it's weird because I actually watched this game and I seen how Draymond guards Jokic, and he has a very, very tough time against Draymond. And if Draymond could play him the whole game, I think that triple-double looks a little different.
Okay.
Because a lot of his passes and things come from different angles where Draymond is off the ball or they've switched off a couple times and, you know, they're moving a lot. And it attributes to defense, it attributes to ball pressure. A lot of things fundamentally is going away from the game that's allowing guys to get stats that look good. But at the same time, it's like, you know, if we apply more pressure, if the team actually, like, bites down on the defensive side, like, does it look the same? Does it look the same? But you can't take nothing away from him because he's skilled enough to still make it happen. 32, 16 to 16. It's just a lot.
I like that. I don't like the idea of there's no defense and people are not trying to play defense. That's just a horrible narrative. The game is different. What I mean is the game is different. There's no more liabilities on the court.
But Gil, ain't nobody guarding nobody.
How hard was it to guard?
Obvious.
No, how hard?
Obvious.
How hard was it to guard your team with all those stars on it?
It was hard as hell.
Okay, so nobody's sitting they couldn't sit in the lane and do all this stuff. Hello, are you gonna leave me and you're gonna leave me and leave Coop over?
Wait,
every game wasn't a blowout.
There are a lot of teams out there like we had.
No, there's not a lot of teams that had like superstars, right, on one team. But now you have guys who can spread the floor. So when I decide to drive, I have a specialist now. I actually have a specialist that he's only in the game to shoot threes. So when I drive, like...
Yeah.
Oh, okay, there we go. There's no more dead weight. There's guys...
But if you know he's a specialist and he's in the game to shoot, don't help off of it.
Right. We force him to pass it to the guy that's not the specialist.
Here we go. Don't help off of him. So when I drive now and you say, no one's playing defense, yeah, because no one can take, there's no more taking the charges. There's no more of that because there's specialists out there now. So the floor is wide open. So when you got your one-on-one guys coming through the lane, there's no one there to help.
But there's been specialists before. In the history of the game, there's always been a shooter on the floor. Special.
You said it, a shooter.
Or two, or three.
Okay, Jordan, right? Jordan had
Paxson.
Right, so now, okay, so let's give Jordan.
Kerr.
Let's give Jordan Paxson, Steve Kerr, who else?
BJ.
Greg Hodges.
BJ
Armstrong. So now you got Michael Jordan, Paxson, Kerr, BJ Armstrong, and Craig, and Kukoc at the 5. When Jordan decides to drive, who the hell is there? How much does Jordan average now? When you're sitting there with a whole bunch of three-point shooters, there's nobody in the lane anymore. There's no Dennis Rodman man sitting there. There's no Pippins man sitting there. There's no Luke Longley's guy sitting in the lane.
Jordan, no.
And we're talking about the triangle offense.
How much does
That's a different offense.
What I'm saying is, how much does he average now when he's going one-on-one?
Oh, gosh.
See, that's what I'm saying. That's the game now. The game now has the...
It's not, because you're talking about one guy who can do that, who can increase his scoring by allowing the game to open up because he was such a dynamic scorer. Joker is not Michael Jordan. And if we were to take away Michael Porter Jr. and KCP and say, all right, we're going to make these other guys beat us.
What other
Brown and Watson and whoever else. Like, all right, even if Joker got to play one-on-one, like, we're not going to allow certain drives, straight line drives to the basket. We're going to help in double. We got to scramble. We got to really play defense. And that's what I'm saying when it comes to the defensive side of ball pressure. Like, simple things, ball pressure. When he got the ball, pressure the ball.
Yeah.
He's bringing the ball up the court.
Yeah.
He's the slowest dude on the...
Why not pick him up?
Who?
Whoever.
His man? That's exactly slow like him?
No, he's not.
If it's Draymond guarding him,
exactly.
no.
But that's what I said, Draymond.
Then, like, pick him up, make him uncomfortable with it. Like, yeah, he bringing the ball up, but he ain't got handles like that.
Exactly. Exactly.
So I'm just saying, like, defense is also all about effort. Like, you got to want to guard somebody.
I mean,
so Dre, pick him up, Make him get a ball up.
But that's not. But it's technically not Dre's man. It's Looney's man. Looney man, like
Looney, pick him up. Ball pressure.
Looney can pick him up. Even if you don't go pick him up full court, meet him at half court.
Let's be honest.
Looney,
Let's be honest. Pick and roll.
Looney picked me up, right? So the guy who's protecting the basket, pick me up. All right, Gordon down there. Let's go.
Play defense. Front the post. Front the post. And you're not just throwing it in. And think about it. Pick and roll, they're just switching. It's just switch.
Why?
Because they're too lazy.
You're not asking why.
But they're lazy. They're being lazy.
No, that's a narrative.
Because you watch it. I'm watching side pick and roll.
Why they're switching?
Ask why they're switching. What are they trying to stay out of? Rotations now. So when Murray does a pick and roll, before we would have hard showed. Right now, your Joker's man is hard showing.
But they never hard show, Bill. They never hard show.
Why not?
Because they stopped doing it.
Why?
Because the coaches are lazy.
See, that you keep putting the narrative out there.
That's what
basketball.
It is.
If I'm doing a pick and roll, right, let's say who guards Jokic? Draymond Green, right?
Show and get back.
Right. Show.
Get back.
Now, what did guards do? You're going to hard show me. I'm going to string you out so instead of coming off, I'm going to push so far out. That hard show comes. Your man just popped. Now Jokic is by himself because you had to stop the ball.
I got the rotation. Yes, the rotation.
Now,
if he's popping, somebody should be rotating
immediately
now
to go get out to the shooter.
Okay, so this is how it looks, right? Me and you just did a pick and roll. Boom.
You're stringing it out.
Right? So that is the corner guy. Now,
okay.
Her man has to help you.
Okay.
I passed it to you. For them to stop your shot, they had to come all the way over here.
And then the bottom man goes. The bottom man goes across.
Everybody is rotating, though.
It's on the string. It's called chain reaction.
Where's the other players at, Cheryl? Who's rotating that person?
The bottom guy.
Whoever was on weak side.
On the weak side.
First of all, be in the paint.
Yes, because the ball's on that side.
To the corner, that person should go take
immediately.
Where's that man? What if they man?
Well, whoever's over there, you should be dropping.
Yes.
You shouldn't be hugging your man when the ball's in the corner.
Yes.
No. The ball is not in the corner.
The ball's on this side of the floor, though. It's on that side of the floor.
It's on this side of the floor, though.
What happened?
The ball's on this side of the floor, so whoever's over there shouldn't be over there.
So
they should have a foot in the paint.
Yes.
So I do the pick and roll, boom, right?
You throw back.
I throw back.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Now, when does this person leave?
Right now.
What person you pointing at?
They're going to be the bottom person.
Yes.
Well, that person should be moving.
So what about their man?
Right, because the ball's over.
What if their man?
Gilbert, you do know that one person also can guard two people.
And you have to at sometimes.
Yeah, when you're playing defense. So the ball, I got the ball. Whoever's over there on that side, there's no action over there. So why are you hugging your man? You should be moving to the paint.
You're going to move into the paint.
So if I got it, that person's coming to help, so they're open, so I kick here. Bottom person should be going out to take that. So whoever is guarding over here, you should be dropping in the paint. So if there's a skip pass, whatever, that person has to go get it. The person that's defending over here, now you got to go get in the paint. So again, it's all about effort, though.
And that's why they stopped that because of
That's
everything you just said.
Lazy.
No, because of that, because now this pick and roll goes to Devin Booker, that Devin Booker goes to KD. You now have KD on the rotation, which KD's is driving past the guy who's coming out. Now, when I do this, here's the Suns. I come here, he rolls. Now, if he rolls and that person tries to pick them up, I'm throwing here, you help. Now that's, let's say, the Matrix. So that's what we tried to pre-rotate. So we tried to pre-rotate. Now the Matrix is coming up the lane because you want to pre-help there. Now Matrix man got the ball. Now he's diving. It became such a hassle with little wrinkles. They're just saying
you got to work your ass on defense.
Yes, I got two.
And so now it's like, I don't want to do that. That's too much work.
It's too much work, bro.
We played against a team that was called the Phoenix Suns, right? Where the weakest shooter on the court was the Matrix. That was the weakest shooter on the court. So now we're going to just help off the Matrix. Well, unfortunately, the Matrix is smart enough to go for lobs, right? When we're sitting here trying to pre-rotate, right? So now you have to work. Now you're trying to get to that person while he's trying to go for a lob, right? So that became a problem. So then the problem came, okay, we're just going to sag on Steve Nash, so we don't hard show on Amari because Amari's going to dive, right? So now we don't want to leave the corner guy because Amari's just going to dunk on him, right? So now we're trying to sag, and he's just going to keep stringing it, and before we stop him, someone else dove, someone else shot.
But you're saying pre-rotate. So when you pre-rotate, of course, somebody's going to be open. But it ain't about pre-rotating. It's about you move when the ball is in the air.
Thank you.
That's old basketball.
No, but Gil, you're saying it's about
basketball. That's basketball.
And you're saying it's about one team. Out of the 29 other, because this only team that you're mentioning is a great valid point. Because we all had trouble with Phoenix with this scenario, and all pick and rolls with Steve Nash. The Matrix was the exception. He was the anomaly. He was Neo. It's like, damn, what are we gonna do when he flashes? He's gonna do this. Everybody else, though, didn't have the Phoenix Suns with all those shooters around. So when you talk about having two, I'm a defender. I got two for a split second.
Yes.
I have to make a decision on where I go to Boris Diaw or Rashad Bell. Who's the better shooter? I'm going to go fake to Boris, and I'm going to go to Rashad because he's the better shooter. But that's just with one team. Everything else in the pick and roll on the side, like you said, we are guarding the ball. You're not guarding your man. And if we got away from guarding the ball, now we're guarding our man. We look at the situation now, we got defense playing the way it is now. We're guarding our man. We're not guarding the ball.
Yes.
And that's lazy.
Don't agree.
Because now, it's lazy.
But the defense today, it's like, well, I'm just going to guard my man.
Yeah. So
I'm going to face guard my man, so I don't care if the ball's over there and this man's driving to the basket. I'm not coming to help.
No help. No help.
My man didn't score.
I just gave him a team, right? I just gave him a team. He said, yeah, we all had a problem with that team. And then every other team, the other 29 teams, we played them regular, right? He's just said we had a problem with that team because they had too much offense out there. There was really no dead wings, right? 15 years later, what do you think everybody decided to do?
But they don't have the same.
What do you think everybody decided to do? Oh, so we don't need bad defensive player to just put a shooter out there to make it like Phoenix. So every team decided to copy the model of 5 scorers out there so it'll make it hard to guard, like he said.
But it's not. It's not harder to guard. It's not harder to guard. That's the point. If you play hard defense, every team don't got shooters like the Phoenix Suns had. So all the whispering and all that shit, it sound good because you want it to look the same way. It don't, because we watching it in real time. The Lakers do not have shooters like the Phoenix Suns. And so we're not going to guard the Lakers like the Phoenix Suns. We're going to short close out on all of them. Let's talk basketball. He don't want to talk basketball.
Hold on.
He don't want to
because he uses the same team that I kill and says why. You use the team.
Talk basketball.
You use the team that I've said. You guys are horrible because, one, your team is built like it's 2004. You have guys on the team that don't shoot, so everyone watches and sits in the lane to guard LeBron James and Anthony Davis. So I don't have to guard this guy anymore. I can sit in the lane like it's fucking 1980. Now, why you think they have the worst offense in the league? Because they still have defensive guys in the game that can't spread the floor. So because of those guys who can't spread the floor, I'm not guarding you, homeboy. I've done smart enough. I'm not going to guard you. LeBron pick and roll, 80 pick and roll. We're going to sit here. Every other team does not do that besides the Lakers.
How many other teams have good enough players like Denver, like Phoenix, like Milwaukee? These are 3 or 4 teams.
The same teams that nobody can guard.
3 or 4 teams that got the actual formula to say, we'll put this guy here, here, here. But look, what I'm saying basketball-wise, when we have to make the decision that what we're going to give up for tonight.
Clippers, Indiana.
What are we giving up?
So that's my point.
So back then.
You also can't have the same defensive scheme or plan for every team.
But what I'm saying is back then, it was one team that was offense like that.
Now
today,
it's 5.
There's only 2 teams that got old school defense.
What are you
like when Luka starts getting ready to do that thing and he starts get busy, who you coming off of?
What's old school defense?
Old school defense is old school offense was, I have 1.5 and maybe 2 scores that can put the ball in the basket. So which means, let's sit back and say, a big super team was Shaquille O'Neal in the 2004 Lakers, right? So you got Kobe at the 1. You have Gary Payton at the 1, Kobe at the 2, Devin George at the 3, Karl Malone at the 4, Shaquille O'Neal at the 5. Now, what an amazing team, right? Unfortunately, the problem with the team is, you guys all need to get to the basket because you guys can't shoot the fucking ball, right? So Kobe was the best shooter, but he only made 1 3 a game. Devin George, trash at shooting. Gary Payton didn't shoot the ball. Karl Malone's a mid-range guy. Then you have Shaq. So these two like to play. So what do you think the defense looked like then? Everybody under the paint. Gary Payton, I'm going to sit at the free throw line. I don't give a fuck about your pick and roll. I'm going to, hey, stay on the Shaq. We're going to go under, meet him at the free throw line. Defense became easy because there was nobody to spread the floor. Sit at the nail. If it's Kobe on his side, just stay to Kobe. What? Were you in the NBA?
All you don't know about is elbows and boxes.
Elbows and boxes. Elbows and boxes because of why?
Because that's defense. That's called shell drill defense. Shell drill defense was elbows and boxes. That's what we're going to play. It don't matter if you can shoot or not. Because you know what it's called? A closeout. Run them off the line, make them to a 2-dribble pull-up.
Let me ask you a question.
That's effort.
Hold on. Let me ask you a question. I'm going to do a pick and roll, right? I'm coming middle. You're taught what? To sit at the nail, right?
Where am I?
You're on the weak side. You're a weak side guard, right? So I'm coming off the pick and roll. Your job as a defensive player, stay at the nail, right? Now, if that's, let's say, Ben Simmons over there, right?
Well, I'm going to let him shoot it all day.
Right. There's no way I'm going to get past you at this nail. Obviously, you're not going to even budge, right? So that means I'm not going to be able to get middle. Okay, now let's switch that person and let's make that KD or Curry. Are you going to be at that nail when I turn that corner?
You have to be. Because that's our principle still. Unless the coach says, don't come off Curry.
Right. So maybe.
What do you think your coach says? Going to be at the nail? Be at the nail.
Who's going to have the ball?
But listen.
If Curry don't got the ball, who has the ball?
What do with that, though?
What's he going to do?
Right. So maybe I'm not going to be all the way at the nail. Right. I'm going to take a step off. But I also say this. Depending on this defender, I can probably take a couple steps off and still get there.
Yes.
Another defender, maybe not. So you got to be closer to him or her, right? If that's a shooter. But I also, as a coach, might say, you know what? When Gil comes off this screen, we gonna trap him.
Trap him.
Okay. Trap him. I got Kevin Durant. I got Kevin Durant, then I got Booker.
Listen,
that's what I'm saying.
No, but if you trap somebody coming off a screen, of course somebody's going to be open because now you have 2 people guarding 1. But that's also why you work on it in practice. This is what our rotation is going to look like.
No matter the threat, Gil. I get it. You're giving us the threat.
I'm giving you what is reality.
Because we're not playing Phoenix every night.
There's a reason 30 teams is doing it.
You don't have Kevin Durant in that spot every night. You don't have the top guy in that spot.
There's a reason 30 teams are doing defense like that.
They're dumb.
All 30?
Yes.
Or you're stupid that you're going to come off Curry.
We play the game.
You fucking Curry. I'm going to come off.
But
I'm doing a pick.
Curry's different.
Curry is different, though, Gil.
Everybody don't have a Curry on their team.
No, nigga, they got more than Curry now.
But Curry.
I'm not. Oh, my God. They got more than Curry now.
Curry is
more
different.
Than Curry? They got more than Curry now.
See, that's why y'all casuals now. There's a reason Phoenix don't have a real point guard. They got a dude named Booker.
They did some dumb shit and
they have a dude.
A real point guard.
No.
They have get a real point guard.
They have a dude by the name of Booker. That means all your small point guys got to guard Booker. Now, when Booker comes off this pick and roll and you decide to help, he's passing that motherfucker to a dude named Beal. And if you think about going off of Beal, off of Kevin Durant, you're going to get your ass busted. There's a reason all of them are scoring 30, 20, 40. I have a Booker.
I
have a Booker I have a Booker on my team, I have a Kevin Durant on my team, and I have a Beal on my team. All average 30 at some point. There's no fucking Horace Grants anymore. There's no...
What are you saying?
There's no B.J. Armstrongs anymore. I'm sorry. There's a Michael Jordan. There's a Michael Jordan type of guy on the team, right?
No.
There's a Michael Jordan type.
Who?
Type.
Who?
A dude who can put 30. A dude who can put 30. I'm not saying Michael Jordan himself. I have a dude that can put 30 on the score. And then his counterpart, there's no Scottie Pippen types anymore, right? There's no guy who's gonna put in 16s. That's the fucking fourth option now.
So why are they not winning every game though, Gil?
Huh?
With everything you're saying, the Phoenix Suns shouldn't lose. Because there's no defense that can guard them.
Everybody's the same.
There's no defense.
Everybody is built the same.
So why are they losing games if nobody can guard them?
Everybody is built the same now. Are you not? Do you?
But I'm
watch
asking
basketball?
you a real. I'm asking you a question.
Do you not watch how? Why is Joker doing what Joker's doing? Right? With the same team. His team is built to do something. If you're going to help, you're going to duck in. If he's going to help up, I'm going to throw the lob. If you're going to do this, I'm going to do that. I'm going to set the pick. I'm going to post up. You want to switch? Put the switch. I'm going to post this guy. If you're going to hard show, they're more tactical now because they have more weapons.
Well, we was just talking about Phoenix. Now we're talking about Denver.
I'm telling you, there's more weapons now.
But you're only talking about two different teams.
There's no Tony Coop coach.
You're only talking about two different teams.
There's no Tony Coop coach.
And then you're going back to 96.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to tell you.
Why do you go back to 96?
There's no Devin Georges anymore.
But what does that have to...
Those guys are... There's no Eric Snows anymore. I'm going to help them. I'm just saying. What I'm saying is...
You're being loud... And you're going over the top for no reason when we're talking basketball.
Eric Snow don't deserve this.
We're talking basketball, and you're going back to 2004. This is 20 years ago you're talking about. We're talking about yesterday, literally. The games that we just watched where there was no defense being played majority of the game because rotations were non-existent, ball pressure, effort, getting in the passing lanes, denying. None of that shit is even, like, what are we talking about? We're not talking about defense not existent.
Offensively, yes, players, I feel, are better.
100%.
But they don't play defense. I'm not saying you're going to shut players down every night, but defense is all about effort. Defense is all about, depending on matchups, depending on who you're playing, depending on what they do, your defensive schemes have to change based on teams and personnel.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going back. I'm going to your team. Telfair, right?
Why are you going?
No. Because that's where your that's where your brain is stuck at.
No, it's not.
Hold on. You got Telfair, Rashad McCants is at the 2. Ryan Gomes is at the 3. Al Jefferson's at the 4. Because I'm trying to.
This is the only way he can try to prove his point is to go back in time. We're talking about 2024.
Okay, so because you don't want to upgrade to 2024,
I gotta
bring you back to your defense.
I just did.
I'm gonna bring you back.
It has nothing to do with me or my team. Why would you do that? Because you're trying to embarrass me or something? Why would you have to go to the Timberwolves? Why after all the teams you could use, you're gonna use my team? That's crazy.
Maybe if you shut the fuck up and let me say it.
That's crazy.
Right? So you were at the 2. Ryan Gomes is at the 3. Al Jefferson is at the 4. Theo Ratliff is at the 5. Right? Now, in today's game, Telfair now shoots threes, right? Not just a driver. That guy now is a fox or what's the name? So that guy. McCants is still McCants. Now, Ryan Gomes is not your Ryan Gomes wasn't really a three-point shooter. That guy doesn't exist anymore. That's a dead-ass three-point shooter. Now, Theo Ratliff, he don't even exist no more. So there's no Theo Ratliff. That is the shooter. Then you have Al Jefferson. How different does it play out now to guard your team when you got 4 shooters with Al Jefferson down there? It becomes different, huh? See, you was guarded easier because they can just hang off.
It doesn't become different. You're just saying it because you want me to say it becomes different. I'm not going to make it sound different.
I know you're not.
Because I'm going to play defense the way we play defense. We give up what we give up, and we're going to play defense to our principles. Our principles are, if this guy's a shooter who's a 4-man, we've seen a 4-man who can shoot, you know, by the name of Dirk Nowitzki?
Yep.
You know, guys like that can shoot as a 4 at a stretch and still have a big man in the paint, right? Then you have...
So what are you going to do with Dirk at the 4? Well,
It's a pick and pop. You have to full rotate. You have to pre-rotate. Whatever it is that we decide to do, we're going to do it until we can't do it anymore. We got to switch it up. We're going to trap this. We're going to make him pop it and swing it. We're going to do things that's going to have us scramble. Whatever it is, we're going to do it where the effort is there.
So what happened? So you're going to do it until it hurts you, right?
Until we have to adjust.
Okay, so now 2024, the adjustment has been
no effort.
We're just going to switch everything because we can't rotate to all these.
Because we're lazy. We haven't even tried to
But lazy. What do you mean we haven't tried to? We've been doing it for years. In the better offensive game, we had to adjust.
We have better athletes right now. So if we haven't tried the old way of playing defense with the new athletes, we don't even know if it's possible. We've already adapted to switching without even trying to scramble. Y'all are way more athletic. You got way more energy. So why is it that you're switching everything when y'all not even trying to show and get back? Or you got better athletes?
But do they have more space to cover too, I guess would be my
It wouldn't matter because you got to pick guys up closer to the three-point line if you're dealing with Dames, Stephs. Yeah. These are 3 or 4 guys in the league that you have to deal with like that. Just like we had to deal with a Gilbert. Yeah. Gilbert, Chris Paul, they bring it up. You got to get them early, trap them early. But it wasn't a lot of them.
Now there is.
There isn't. There's only 4 or 5 of them. Not shooting from where they were shooting from. There's only 3 or 4 of them shooting from where you got to pick them up early. Now they're picking everyone up early and allowing the snake pick and roll. They're allowing everything to be done where you can't adjust because you're playing dumb defense. Go under that shit. Go under that shit. Make him shoot that shit. He's not a fucking 45% three-point shooter. He's a 35% three-point shooter. Why are we giving him such respect to the point where, okay, it's fucking up our strategy now?
Earned it.
They haven't because we haven't adjusted the defense.
What are you talking about? They haven't adjusted. There's a reason they're playing defense the way they're playing, so they can all stay out of rotations. That is why it's going that way.
That's saving the guys who don't want to rotate. That's lazy defense. You're saving star players.
We're waiting for you now.
You're saving guys who don't want to play defense, so they're saving energy. And that's the difference. You're saving energy.
Let's break it up. It ain't break it up, it's basketball. It's basketball. This is a real topic.
Real topic.
People are talking about
real hoop.
People are talking about the game, don't play no defense and not realize there's fucking daggers on the court now. I'm sorry.
There's always been daggers.
On if you want, hey, I guarantee you, everybody who plays the Lakers, it looks like they're playing great fucking defense. Right? Has anybody who played the Lakers, has anybody say, oh man, they're playing fucking great defense because it looks like great defense because everyone gets to see.
But when Prince is hitting, when Reeves is hitting, it looks great, don't it? It looks like we got guys who hitting on all cylinders tonight. Because tonight is their night to hit because we're giving them open shots based on our rotations.
Yes.
Right? Now when our rotations are going well and they're missing shots, does it look like we're playing good defense?
Yeah, when Prince is shooting because he's not really a shooter, when Van is shooting because we're giving it. Are you going to give Michael Porter Jr. those same looks?
If he's off, he's off.
Are you going to give him? You're going to let Michael Porter?
No.
Okay.
I didn't say let. But if you come into the game, right? This is our game plan defensively.
Yes.
So.
And you're not going to let him. But if he's off. Then I'm gonna be like, I'm just gonna let him keep shooting until he proves me.
Yes, he gotta prove it to me.
The difference is he shoots 13 threes a game. This is the type of guy. Van don't shoot threes, so we want him to shoot. Why would you want the guy? That's what he wants to do. Right? There's a reason that they're playing the defense this way. I don't want to be in rotations no more. There's too many scores. I don't have dead weight.
So what do you want to do defensively?
Depending on what team I'm guarding.
That's what I just said.
If I'm guarding, but what I'm saying is everybody is the same besides the Lakers. Like I can point out flaws on the Lakers. What are you going to do when Paul George and Kawhi do pick and roll? You're going to hard show?
If you double, depends on who you want the guard. Who
you're going to double? You're going to double Paul George doing a pick and roll with Kawhi. Come on, say it.
Yes. Okay. If we needed to, if that was our rotation. Okay. Who are we leaving open? We're leaving Terrence Mann open on the opposite corner. Yes, double that. Pre-rotate.
No. That's Harden.
No, it's not. Mann is in the game too.
He's in the game.
Yeah,
But
so
not on this side, we're on the pick and
It
roll.
don't matter what side it is. Just
No.
stay with Hart, and we leaving him open.
So stay with Hart.
Double that.
Double-
Pre-rotate. Stay to him. Leave him open.
Man,
Hey, hold
whoever,
on,
over there.
Wait, hold on. See, this is why having a conversation without a board just sounds stupid. I'm doing the pick and roll.
Who's the
Paul George and Kawhi doing the pick and roll, and I have James Harden in my hard corner. And
Where is he? You're
gonna
Where's
double,
James Harden?
You're gonna corner.
He's in the corner.
So you're gonna
Where's the
double.
pick and roll
you're gonna
happening?
double me.
I know. Is the pick and roll at the top of the key or
Yeah.
on the
Side.
On the side.
You know what I'm doing. You know what I'm doing. You know what I'm doing.
He don't. We
You know what I'm doing.
basketball. He don't want to talk basketball.
I said I'm gonna do a pick and roll.
Side pick and roll.
Side pick and roll. Harden is my strong corner, right? You're gonna double Paul George, and I pass it back to Kawhi, and you're gonna do what again?
Weird. First of all, you're not passing it back to Kawhi because we're fucking taking that away.
So you're gonna pre-rotate off of James Harden.
Yes, because your only kickback is to Kawhi.
Or I can just throw it to fucking James Harden.
Not if the double team is strong enough and you're playing real defense.
I got it.
That's the difference. Ball pressure. If we play the game the way we're supposed to, ball pressure is going to be.
I can see why I averaged 29 at the age of 24, because this is what I had to.
You played in a Princeton offense, Gilbert. We couldn't do a lot of those things.
I know, and I created it.
That was the difference.
And I created most of the
That's
plays.
the difference.
I created most of the plays.
Everybody's not playing Princeton offense right now, are they? Is a lot of people playing Princeton offense? No, they're playing 3 games.
And
they're playing freestyle.
I just want people to know
30 a game. Shit, I averaged 30 a game in Princeton too.
No, you wouldn't.
I know how to play that shit.
No, you wouldn't.
Yes, I would have. Yes, I would have.
How?
Yes, I would have. Because I know how to play basketball.
But
that's how.
Why
Nigga, what the fuck you mean?
Why didn't nobody else average 30?
Because we didn't have the Princeton offense.
Why didn't nobody else average?
Kevin Martin
because
did.
I created the play.
Kevin Martin averaged 28. Kevin Martin.
How the fuck are you going to average 30 in that playbook that I created?
Kevin Martin.
What the fuck
Kevin
is he
Martin. What did he average?
Huh?
Same offense.
Huh? You tell me.
27.
You tell me what plays in the Princeton had the point guard posting up. And then if you fronted me, I reposted this way. That was plays I put in, sir. So you wouldn't have averaged 30 in my playbook because you wouldn't have had my playbook.
I could definitely post up little guards at 6'4". I'm the same size as you.
You wasn't a point guard.
And I could play point guard.
You wasn't. You wasn't. You played the shooting guard position.
I could play point. I'm the same size as you.
You played the shooting guard position.
I'm the same size.
Your position was shooting guard.
We're the same size.
I know we're the same size.
Yeah,
That's unfortunate for you. It was an advantage for me.
Y'all supposed to be brothers. Hug it out.
I'm just saying, you can't use my playbook that I created. I'm sorry, sir. That's not how it works.
All right, let's keep this moving.
Tweak.
Because y'all can go all day.
I realize defense is there certain ways.
Look. You see how far he got to go away
from this.
Hey,
I'm going to go post up, right? And they're going to teach you what? Front, right? Hey, they're going to front. We're going to fake the post up and we're going to pass it this way. Hey, front, thank you, layup. That's why I was getting dum-dums like that down there. Front me, post up.
That ain't got nothing to do with defense today. So see how fast we move from defense today to what I would do? Yeah, that's how far he got to move the goalpost to try to beat me, and he still can't beat me.
There's no beat.
And he still can't beat me.
There's no beat.
Because defense wins.
I guarantee you.
He still can't beat me.
How about this? We can do this.
He can't beat me in nothing. Shooting, Xbox, cards, running, whatever.
How far?
I got his number in whatever we play.
What card game?
Any card game. Knuckle, whatever you want to fucking play, he can't beat me.
Spade.
You see what he got to do to try?
Uno. Good, can you beat Rashad in Uno?
Nothing.
I beat him in flipping.
He ain't beat me in nothing.
I beat him in flipping coins.
You did.
I hit the $5 million. He did exactly what he do. Lose.
All right, let's keep this moving.
Lose.
Cheryl, we got you here now.
He beat me in nothing, Cheryl.
Oh man.